What? Give me the bell. Give me the bell. I want to be annoying.
Oh.
All right. Hands. He. I'm just kidding. Actually, he is a knight. All right, everybody got their tea crumpets. We have sir. I'm just kidding. All right. Remember how we donated to the orphanage, everybody? I don't know if we're live yet. We're not live.
I just put it.
Oh, we're live. Okay, yay. That was annoying for the camera.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Oh, just started.
I just started.
I wasn't just ringing a bell out loud or anything. All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming today. We have a special guest speaker. But before I get into that, the food that you're eating, our sponsor, is incredible. Who has gone this to the orphanage or has seen us go to the orphanage? Right, show of hand. You guys know the orphanage that we give back to? We would have never found out about that orphanage and what their needs were if it wasn't for this man, Vince. So come on up here, Vince. I know you're here to talk about termite services or whatever, but I do want you guys to know that this man is always out there whenever I go out there. He probably goes out there a lot more often than we do as an office to give back to this orphanage. So this man is selfless and incredible, and a lot of his money that he makes from his termite services goes towards helping others. So he fits our culture perfectly, so let's give him another welcome. Thank you so much.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for the opportunity to come talk. I'm really going to talk about our services a little bit, and so we can get to your main speaker. But first of all, we're a full-service termite company. We do all our own work, all our own repairs, we work 6 days a week. We don't work on Sunday, but we do work 6 days a week. What I noticed, and I don't want to sound, and I'm going to go kind of quickly, but I don't want to sound too self-serving, is that for a long time termite was waived, and it's gotten back to that, right? It's gotten back to where termite is being waived, or the buyer's having to take the responsibility of paying for termites. So when that all happened, we created a flyer. That was my old flyer, 0 down, 0 interest. So we still have that program. If your buyers are having to pay for termites, it's not like the termites are going to leave when escrow closes. So they're going to continue. If you know anything about termites, they don't sleep. They just continue eating and eating. So the problem is just going to get worse and worse. So if you're in that situation, there's a remedy. There's a solution for that here. We created this new flyer right now, and it's a $75 inspection fee. We normally charge $150. Our reports are very detailed. And we're specific about what we're doing in writing, and then we photograph everything. So we have anything that we find, we label, we photograph it for you guys. There's better communication with your clients, and there's full transparency, so you know exactly what they're doing. And you're looking at a diagram with numbers and letters. So, any questions? And then if you got my flyer, if you want to see what our termite reports look like, just scan that. The flyers are in the back. Just scan it, and you can see how amazing our reports are. Any questions? Any questions regarding termite that you guys might have? No?
If we have a report from another company, Vince, and we provide that to you, are you able to give us a quota for that report, or do you still have to go and physically do your own inspection?
Yeah, legally we have to go by ourselves. And a lot of times I get that a lot, Arlen, and sometimes I'll just be honest. I'll just say, hey, call the company, ask them for a discount, and because I don't. Sometimes it's better just to go that way. I want what's best, really, for the agent. You're always going to get two different inspectors, and sometimes the reports are going to be different.
Correct.
Sometimes they're way different, right? Sometimes they're very, at $5,000, and you got one that's $1,500, and if you don't know how to read a termite report, reach out to me. I'll tell you what it says, and I'll tell you if it's giving you a full Section 1 clearance, and so forth. So, and also, as you guys have a lot of liability and a lot of responsibility, so you have to know who working on.
Working with this.
So $5,000 and $1,000, somebody's being negligent or somebody's gouging, you know, and it's really up to you guys to get to the bottom of that and help your client. One of the things that, any other questions regarding termites?
How quick are your reports after the inspection?
They're the next day. Anybody else? Termite questions?
I have a question. How, it's like 2017, do you recommend termite on properties that are like fairly new?
I recommend you get an inspection no matter what.
Even if it's a condo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just get the inspection, $75, you know, I mean, you know, yeah, and then just for your clients, I've been in this where now sometimes they're not even recommending the buyer to get a termite inspection because they're afraid. They're afraid of what it might say. And then they get into escrow, they close escrow, and then they find out they have a real major problem. Who are they going to blame? And do you think they're ever going to call you again for it's always about doing the right thing. And I've been in the business a long time, so in the industry, it's kind of tough right now. We opened a company. I work with a company that we started doing roofing because I started getting a lot of calls, and right now you're going to start to deal with that a lot. Because of all the rains, El Nino's forming, we're expecting the same amount of rain for next year. So that would really help us a lot. We get a lot of roof requests for roof certifications. Go ahead, Sophia.
Yeah, one of the things I want you to know about Vince, and the reason that he's the only termite guy we endorse is because there's a lot of companies out there, but his philanthropic work is unlike anyone. I once posted on social media that one of the orphanages in Mexico, their washer and dryer blew up, and that I was trying to collect money. That same day, Vince drove there, bought a washer and dryer, and drove there and dropped it off to them.
Wow.
All like to Mexico. Like, you guys have to understand. Like, the last time I saw him, he found out I was going with friends and on Easter, and he showed up over there, and he was there with the kids. And I found the new orphanage I support because of him. And he's over there, and he gives back. So just understand, like, who you're in business with matters. Like how someone spends their time and their money tells you about their character. And Vince is someone that I know for a fact that he gives back. So I ask you, please, from the bottom of my heart, support his business. He's walking with Jesus. He's giving back. He's making a difference and impacting lives. And he doesn't post, oh, I donated money. Like, does that make sense? So just as his business is right now, just like everybody's is down right now. So this is when he's always here to support the market center from the day we open. He sponsors our delicious lunches. Like, he's someone that has never turned his back on us. So, you know, just support his business, especially this next coming 3 quarters. They're going to be tough for a lot of us. So please, I just ask you, pay it forward. Get in business with a good person that's ethical, bonded, insured, that we can deeply trust. He'll do you favors. They're just above and beyond amazing. So that's just my opinion. So thank you so much, you guys.
Oh, I'm done.
That's all I wanted to say.
Your theories, do you travel all around Southern Cal?
Pretty much, northern San Diego, all of Riverside, all of San Bernardino, we go all the way to the valley, so like Simi Valley and
Pretty much, that covers everything.
Thousand Oaks, you know, so yeah, Orange County.
That is Southern California.
Yeah.
Just so you understand.
Yeah, I won't go to Fresno or Oxnard.
Well, that's not Southern.
Or South San Diego. I won't go past Carlsbad. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's going to be the thing right now. I think you're going to need to be. So if a home inspector is calling, usually there's a discrepancy with the roof. That's what I'm trying to say. There's usually some problem. Either appraiser's calling something out, the home inspector's calling something out, and now the buyer, you know, wants it checked out. So it's got to qualify for a roof certification. Just the inspection is $225, so we go out there, we assess it, we provide pictures. We give you a price if it needs repairs. Now, if we don't find anything wrong with it, sometimes it's just a water stain, but it's an old water stain and the roof is newer, so we're just say, okay, it's fine. The 225 is due up front, and then we can bill the other 225, so it's $450 for a 2-year roof certification, but it's a peace of mind. And we're responsible for the leaks and any damage it causes. Any more questions? Last thing that I'm going to mention is that we don't do this, but this is a company I just started working with, and I just left the flyers over there. Be prepared, you're going to get the mold thing now too because of all the rain. So that's created mold issues, and sometimes it's just some mold that needs to be removed. It's not toxic, so don't let that scare you. 9% of the time it's very easy remedied. So. With that, I'm excited to hear your next speaker. I was talking to him a little bit, and I'm sure Jay, where's Jay?
Jay.
I'll call her up. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you.
Man, appreciate it. All right. Can I get another water bowl over here for our speaker? He's gonna be sitting right here. All right, let me introduce some guys. So, I have a very special guest today. He was doing a transaction with the fellow realtor in our office, and he was just observing our office, and we immediately connected. He has a beautiful story. I think that the kindest people I've come across have always overcome something. You guys ever noticed that? And the people you come across that are more grateful for life, that give back a lot more, they usually have a story to tell. And sometimes you could just tell automatically. A vibe, right? Call it vibe, whatever you want to say. But this guy has an incredible aura, an incredible story. And his name is Sir. You're going to see why. I'll share that, but he's been knighted. Like legitimately. He has something cool to show us later. Right here, right behind me. But his name is Peter, and Peter Magana, right? I'm just pronouncing that right? And basically, he's been in the business for over 35 years, you guys. I want to read a little bit of his successes before he comes up here, because a lot of people they sell themselves short. You ever notice that? I feel like I could show him off forever, but let me go ahead and read this. So, he's a CEO and investor. He is a founder and CEO of a broker, of a renovation listing agent company, right? So basically, he started a renovate now and pay later type of service. And his new company, Represent Inc. Right? I said that right? All right. There you go. The worst thing I want to do is mispronounce something, right? So basically, he started also DBA Better Life Lending and specializes in reverse mortgages as well. So he does a little bit of both. So his dedication and commitment to the community inspired his philanthropic nonprofit company, the American Dream Yes We Can movement. It is a 501c nonprofit. Basically, it is created to educate and advocate for families with real estate support services during the home ownership process. Financial literacy to educate and to succeed. 10 members serve on the board of directors of his nonprofit. It's an accountability nonprofit holding all accountable to serve the consumer with the highest level of service, to build trust and becoming the voice of the consumer. He's also an author, by the way, guys. He's been on Wall Street Journal, USA Today for one of the best-selling authors of real estate and in real estate as a visionary. He is a liver transplant survivor, given the second of life by his living donor and daughter, Yvonne Magana. So today he is a devoted and dedicated member and volunteer of a support group for patient transplant care at Keck Medical Center at USC. Magana also serves as an ambassador to One Legacy and speaker. One Legacy is the nation's largest OPO serving the diverse Southern California region, working with hospitals, with physicians, with transplant centers, and the community. One Legacy educates about the facility's donation, as well as builds community of lifelong term support for the families who give the generous gift of life. And over 8 years of supporting Keck Medical Center once a month and giving hope to those that are facing liver and kidney failure, as well as receiving transplants. He's a voice of reason, guys. He goes and dedicates his life giving back. I am so honored and humbled that he's here. You guys are going to hear a little bit about his story and how he's overcome everything. And I'm just super excited to have him. So thank you so much, Peter. Please come on up here. I'm gonna let him share a bit of the rest. I didn't want to miss anything. I always print it out, but yeah.
Thank you. I mean, wow.
Yeah. Have a seat right here. I'm excited. Go ahead and have a seat.
Oh, okay. You got
Yeah, we'll show the cool thing later.
no, you got it. So,
yeah. So, man.
I mean, thank you for just allowing me to be here. So. Well, it's made me jump on my daughter. I mean, it's amazing. So, I was thinking of what am I going to say?
Yeah.
I've been in real estate for a long time. I got my first house at 22. It's amazing, but that's a start. So I work for a paint industry. So I'm going to share the journey.
Yeah, please
I'm
do.
going to share the journey
Please.
of positivity. So I'm going to show you what faith is, manifestation, attracting the universe, never quitting, and now. This journey is everything what I'm telling you. Is where I'm at today all over the world. So I started this way. I'm a high school dropout, D student, ADHD, but I was A-minded. So today, that D, I'm making a difference. D building the club, and I'll explain that later. The A, I took action to my life to create my success. But the F is my faith that got me there. So, so when I got my first home, put it this way, I worked labor. I started labor work because I already had 2 kids. I had to work. And from working, one of the persons at the role saying, I got a place, you want to buy it? And they can own a home, I made so much money. And he made an opportunity, yeah, come and check it out, Peter. Because it was a friend, I went to go look at it. I never thought I could own a home. But I got excited. It's 2, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath in Ontario. Cool, brand, really nice. Okay, yeah. So I went, got thrilled, but I can't afford it. So I told him, it's nice, but I can't afford it. He said, okay. And a week later, he said, do you like the place? I do like it. Well, I want you to do this. I'll quickly do it to you. And then there's like equity in this place. Just take it over. Just take over the payments. So I thought about it. I said, man, what an opportunity. You know, I just get no money down, but I have to pay $100 more because I'm managing a court unit apartment complex. So I said, you know what? Why not? Worst thing can happen, I'll go rent again. But I took that chance because I had a B plan. If it didn't work, I'll go back to renting again. I'm cool. So I took it. So I made the deal, get my notice, and then the owner came, hey Peter, but guess what? I can't get the renters out. And I go, shit, I just get my notice. So I was so desperate, I went there a week before. I said, look, guys, I'm the new owner, man. I got to move in. So I can't move out. Why? I got no money. What do you need? Oh, like $700. If I give you $700, would you leave? Yeah. I got the $700 and net up that weekend. But so now I feel great. A year coming by. Then Roland comes up and says, hey, Peter, you need to put that in your name. I thought it was mine. It is yours, but it's under my name alone. So I went to go apply for an FHA loan, even though I had a quick claim deed. But then I had some bad credit. I had a repossession car. I go, God dang it. So I'm going like, oh my God, finance. I'm just like, oh, what am I going to do? But I'm like, okay, fine. So the weekend came, we go to the garage sales. So I went to the garage sale with my wife. Went to the kids because, I have no money, little money. So I went there and I seen a book called Finance. I said, damn. So I picked this finance connection. So I went to the book and I looked at finance. You never guess what page I went to. Talk about finance. That the creditor did incorrect information. I could sue for $5,000. Wow, shit. So I went to Associates Finance.
Really quick, you said that
if you can sue for $5,000 and they made incorrect information. So my head, the light bulb just went on. I went to Associates Finance. Hey, you guys I dressed up. You guys made incorrect information. And my court to sue you. And they said, Mr. Magana, well, you just come in here and you just can't do anything to investigate and all this kind of stuff. Anyways, 3 days later, I got the letter of removal. I took it back to the lender. He goes, oh my God. He said, damn, Peter, how did you do that? Yeah, I'm like, just a connection. And they said, but I need money down. I got no money. I need $1,200 to buy the $65,000 place. I have no money. So I asked my coworker, hey, Al, could you lend me like $1,200? Because this guy's quick claim to property's got like 10,000 equity in there, and I'll give you the money back. So he said, okay. So we did it as a gift. And then I did that and literally got a check for $10,000 somebody signed over to me at the court of escrow. Gave me the money back. I said, I like this. And then I said, yeah, I could do this for anybody. So I started doing applications, doing molds, and I started from labor from the company I worked for, the paint industry, it's high industrial quality. That's why I got ill. I worked for 22 years, and I went from labor worker all the way to research and development. And I'm terrible at math, but it didn't matter. I'm work large in numbers. So I'm doing this kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm helping people, all that have no money down. It's like, wow. So I'm feeling good about myself because they're feeling happy. I'm happy because they're happy. So I'm just a happy guy, right?
Yeah.
And then I go to this. Then I started to flip. Oh man, I'm going to free courses because I can't afford courses. So that guy's saying the same thing to that person, and they're saying the same thing. There's a connection here. You need a title company. You need escrow. You need to find this information. So I'm like, okay, but I need money. So OPM, other people's money. So I can convince them because, I actually went to these investors and asked for money, 50 grand here, I'll give you 10% return in 6 months. And they said, yes, no contract. Legit, no contract. I met these guys, we just did this, and now I'm getting the money, I'm making all the damn deals and making this stuff work. And then we had an issue, but anyway, that's another story. But I was able to accomplish that. And that's just a will. And then I'll share another one. And then there's more than one. I bought a building. My wife has a dance studio. Well, it wasn't a dance studio. She did teach kids cheerleading stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah,
they come to my and listen with the grass. So this one building came available in San Diego and Almonte, right in the corner, major street. There was foreclosure for $475,000. And it's got a nice lot. It's right in the corner. So I went to go look in there and said, wow, this would be pretty cool. Look at it. So I went there and I got so damn excited. Oh man, I like this stuff. So I tried to get a hold of the broker and I couldn't get a hold of it. So I called the bank. So Dick George, the vice president, answered the phone and said, hey, just submit the offer to me, Peter. And just said, but I'm going to make a low offer. Okay, yeah, just send the offer through. I offered $150,000. I got a phone call, got chewed out. $150,000. And shit, what's wrong with you? I told you it's going to be low. I said, yeah, but not that low. But we broke bread. And I'm going to make the story short. At the end of the day, I made a deal for $250,000 for that place, 5% down, on a commercial building. And people said, God, if I would have known I would have did this, but I'm the one who thought of it. I just took action to do this damn thing.
Yes.
But the thing is, when I did it, I didn't qualify. I didn't have no money. I'm like, shit. I'm like, damn, I got no money. But I made a deal, so I'm calling back to my workers. Mario, because he's a salesman, makes a lot of money. Hey, can you co-sign for me, dude? And I'll give you some interest or whatever. He said, look, I'll co-sign for you. I'll just take the taxes. I'll just claim the taxes right on. But I had no money. I'm like, damn, I need money. I need like 15 grand. That's what I put together. So my wife's mother-in-law, she had some property in Hawaii, like all the volcano land. Wow. But I was able to sell it for 20 grand. So I had the money. I got the qualification. I made $8,000 worth of debt, and I made the damn deal work. And I got paid on the transaction. I didn't have to make payments for 6 months because I told them, hey, I got to make this to a dance studio. If we fall in and get sued, I'm going to have to give it back to you. Oh, okay, we'll let you fix it up in 6 months. If you don't fix it up, you're going to charge you all that money back, plus your 5%. Wow. Man, I got my grease and butt guns and everything, the whole place, and I made it work. But I put myself in a situation because I believe anything is possible. Mm-hmm. If you have faith, break that fear. I fear coming today. I'm talking like, man, I never did this before, but God, people get all pumped up. I don't know why.
Well, I asked him, are you going to talk to other people? He's all like, okay. I was like, yeah, you're coming on the 27th. He's like, all right. And then within an hour, I was like, before you leave, let's schedule it right now. Put on the calendar right now.
So it's the now. We wait so much for what? I don't need permission for what I'm asking for. When I'm a now man, tomorrow does not exist. But if you start today, for tomorrow, you go back what you want, that's what happens. Energy of pressure that you're going through, you take that negative pressure and what you started, you go back here, now you're like, oh, badass. Yeah. That's what I'm feeling right now. I'm under a lot of pressure. So I'm taking that pressure and put it inside with conviction because it's true. So in this journey now, I'm going to this. In 2008, I had this liver problem. It was from the company. My company, one of the chemicals went through my pores and damaged my liver. But I suffered like nobody else. Oh my God. That pain, when I was making this money when I was flipping homes, I had 100% success rate direct to sell. Never lost one deal. Even for Penske motor cars on a loan. 3 properties, Penske motor cars at West Covina. I made deals like you wouldn't believe. I just called it out and just have this happy personality. And they go like, okay, well, cool, dude. And so I guess that's, so anyways, when I did that, I said a prayer. I said, man, God, I'm making so much money. I never made so much money in my life, so I'm giving and I keep on getting back. I said, damn, this is scary. I'm going to get drugs, women. My head started going crazy. So I said a prayer. I said, God, you know, make me somebody at 55, right? I'm saying this to myself, make me somebody at 55. And that's all I know. Now, fast forward, I had this disease. By 2014, I suffered so much. I had toxins in my brain, gallstones in my gallbladder, my liver was all jacked up. I got a hernia. I got cramps of hell. I get 6 to 8 years of fluid coming out of my system and yelling every day, torture. I suffered so much. The only guy I didn't think was going to die was me. So, but the difference is they prayed for me, like, yeah, we're here to support you, but damn, you can't help because I'm suffering, man. It's like, what are you going to tell me? I mean, so that's what I teach in the support group. But I knew one thing when I went to a support group, I remember like I can barely walk. And I went to support this 70-year-old man who was doing a marathon. He had a liver transplant. He gave me hope, and I go, my God, this guy's old and he's running. And I felt hope. So I did. 70 years. 30 So he gave me hope, man. I'm like, man, I got hope here. So I knew that connection. I said, wow, it's pretty cool. And then I'm going through all this stuff and it's torture. And you know what kept me going without killing myself? I sit there and said, man, what am I going to do? I'm dying, I'm suffering, I'm crying, and suffering. So I started, like to listen to music. So I'm listening to music and I'm dancing and making jokes like a crazy man. The nurses all say, hey, go to that room, man. You got to hear this guy. That guy's crazy. I don't know what else to do. But I teach them, you take a little bit of your positive mindset and then it shifts to the right direction. So depression only comes because you sit there and focus on that. You got to do something. I don't care what it is, get out of the damn house and it'll come to you. Because if you trip, your mind just got distracted.
Yes, sir.
You see a cat, you got distracted. So it's a distraction. So I'm helping you distract myself. So what I do for USC, when I'm the popular guy because I think I'm so whatever, and somebody get jealous because I'm always saying the same thing. So how you doing? I'm doing great, man. And you're like, oh my God, I hate you. You're
so positive.
Yeah, and then the other people that are dying say, oh my God, thank you, Peter. Now I can see it. Yeah, I died, man. I'm just teaching you how to live. So I teach you to live by death, teach you how to live. See, in gratitude, I'm so thankful for everything. So what God has given me, so August 28, 2014, is the day my daughter saved my life. And that day, hey, relax. I got
you're right. I promise you, I wouldn't cry. I have to pass a teacher. No, we probably go practice. I promise I don't want to get teared up.
This isn't fair. You didn't tell me how to bring my makeup.
So this is
Thank you.
so that day.
I'm leaving.
So that day, it changed my life. I was so thankful. I'm no longer in pain. No longer in pain. And then it still took me some adjustment for a year because of medication. Yeah. Even then, after I wanted to kill myself because it was weird. It's like the experiences, like you suffer so much and then you have a new life and you figure out I missed out. So I teach them, we feel like we lost so much time and then we heal, we forget about it. I'm thinking I'm normal, I'm different, I'm never the same.
I'm different.
Yeah, that's it. We're all the same. We have the second chance. So what I teach the group is, look, we have this new life. We're never the same. We look alike different. I see things different. I've always been connected to the universe and God in my faith. I never left school. What I'm telling you right now, it's tripping. I'm going to share this one story. I go dancing every week because I love it. So I met this lady, Eva. She's 78 years old. Dancing the floor. We dance every time. She's all cold and stuff like that. We was always talking. She said, you know what? I'm going to die dancing. Man, I'm going to be like you, man. I like James Brown. I got James Brown, Michael Jackson, and Prince. So I'm all there. So I can dance. I can dance every music. Like, I just dance. People sit on the floor. Are you drunk? Or I can damn, you're like a happy camper. But if I knew why I dance so because I'm happy. So this lady, you know, I came to a point where there was an opportunity to go on this book. And it's an anthology book for 19 or 20 of us total authors through COVID. So I'm doing this book this particular morning because they told me Eva's up to the hospital. She got ill. So really, so later I started, okay, fine. So this morning I woke up real early. So I had the appointment at 11 o'clock for the ghostwriter. And then I started thinking, like, you know what? I went to Starbucks. I drank my coffee, just did a little bit of notes. And then I always have my breakfast, man. I eat breakfast all the time. But this one I said, no, I'm going to go see Eva first before I have breakfast. So I went to go see her. I went to go buy some slippers, a little bit of flowers. I'm walking up into the hospital. The nurse is outside. She said, "Hi, who are you?" I'm like her favorite son and stuff like that. I said, "Okay, you can go on in, but just want to let you know that we're making her comfortable." Oh my God! So I walked in there. The family looked at me and they said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Peter." Peter! And I go, "Oh shit." And I go, "Oh yeah, my mother's been asking for Peter. We don't know who Peter was." "You're Peter." "Yes, Mom." So she's in the office looking at me. "Oh, Peter." Right? I'm going, "Oh my God, hey, I know it, right?" So I went over there and said, "Mom, what else do you want?" "Oh my God, he's here. I want a beer." So they went to go get her 6-pack of beer. They came back, they got the straw, I took her mask off, she drank this beer, her daughter-in-law brought her music and put the music and I got her and we danced.
Aww.
At that moment I'm going, wow, she's dying. And then I'm going like, man, but she willed me that I was going to cancel the Ghost Rider 11, she died at 10. And her girlfriend said, "Hey Peter, you know what? Eva said, if I die, I want to dance with Peter." She willed me. And I felt it. And I was there. And I said, I can't understand all this stuff. Like, this is what happened in my life. The things I can share with you, more stories, just like the miracles. Because I believe so much and have so much faith. And I said, what can I tell people? It's about now. We always think it, like I was just talking to you about our children. My children, she saved my life, my daughter. She's got her own home, she's very successful. Been in real estate, been teaching me, she knows escrow, all this kind of thing. We never failed any deal because we don't quit. I'm not a quitter. I took a broker's test. I failed 26 times. I'm ADHD, but I taught myself. After 26 times, I said, what the hell am I doing wrong? I'm taking the crash course test, I'm getting like 95%, then I take the test and I fail. So I re-triggered my, I took another course through Ally, and I said, let me start fresh, clear my brain out. So I went in category, focused on category, study one section at a time. Because I didn't mix my brain up. I took the test on the 27th and I passed that test. But you know the emotions that you go through by failing that many times? I didn't care. I said, hell no. Because you go down, you spend money, you say, am I just stupid? Am I retard? My force is gone? You start talking to yourself, and then you go meet the people, how'd you do? Imagine every time, how'd you do? And then finally I said, I text God when I thank you, man. So I got a broker's license. Okay, now what do I do? I want to do my thing. So I've helped people, like I said, I never worked for a company at all. I don't know what it's like to call. I don't know what's like on the door. I just like attract people, say, hey, I'll do this, whatever, you know, and then make things happen. And just like I wasn't rich, but I was successful. And like I told you, I want to be rich, I want to be happy. Happy is rich too, in a very unique way. I want you to have a home, an investment, a residual income, take a vacation, enjoy your family. Because it's not the amount of money you make, you're not taking it with you. You're going to die, that's why I did reverse mortgage. He said, people, educate your children how to fish. You do wrong by giving them everything in entitlement. They blow it, they're fighting, and they're not making it right. So I'm going to tell you, you're going to die, and this is the time you're going to die. As you get more, but I'm going to do it real quick because I'm almost dying. So I can explain it to them, and then they get it. So, you know, you're right. So bring your kids, and we'll teach them what to do with that money. We'll teach them when you die, here's what you're going to get, this is what you're going to do. That's it. So when you do die, it's already set. You don't have to think about it. So as I continued this journey on this book, it became bestseller. 19 of us came out there. I had 3 visions out there. Before it was a nonprofit, I wanted to be a nonprofit. I had renovation listeners, and I'm here paying my money, so oh my God, I can only do 1 or 2 houses, but I can't afford it. Right? So I'm very limited. So I'm doing this, but I claim the name because I went to the system. I said renovation, listing agent, renovating, I'll pay that. Damn, I got the domain name. Yeah. But I have a nonprofit. I get people started in the home buy process. I did my first event in Palmdale, 2019, before COVID. Never did an event before. Nobody sponsored me. I spent $16,000 on the damn thing just to put something to find out if I can do this damn thing. I didn't need so. My daughter came with her dentist to come with me to New American Funding. I got a credit repair company. I got a title company. I got my real estate company. I got an escrow company. I said 1, 2, 3. This is how it works. I had 4 bands, a DJ, and food. I said, start today, we celebrate today. And I did it in Spanish, not Spanish. I want the hearts of the Spanish people. So I did this event. The day that I did it, 2019, it rained like crazy. I'm coming from here, an hour and a half of it rained so bad. And they knew it was going to show up. I did it at 6 o'clock in the evening. I said, no, it's going to. I went at 12. It's like, oh my God, no, it's I got a band. I got huge digital screen TVs. I mean, I got full band. I got the guy from Australian TV to open the door for me and all that kind of stuff. I had all this going on. Spent all this money. An amazing, really, like you went to a wedding. I said, dang, I don't know if you're going to come, but everybody supports it. If we get one, that's cool, we do that. All right. So we had 300 some people showed up. 58 people signed up what I'm asking to do. I said, damn, it actually worked. And I got in that 8 weeks, I got in Telemundo, Australian TV, 2 press conferences, and 2 radio stations. Never did it in my life. I was so scared, I didn't want to do it. But it was too late.
You took action.
I took action because the fear is just do it. It'll work. And then I did it again in Las Vegas to go out of state with Vilma Diaz for Sonora Dinamita. So she's my ambassador from the nonprofit. I got Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank to open that door for me. I became on his book, on his thing. When I was knighted, I got knighted.
Yeah, knighted.
I learned from my attorney that's on my board. But you have to have something of giving. I'm a philanthropist. I help people all the time. He said, I want to invite you. So I get vetted and all that kind of stuff. And I was knighted. So my merit was philanthropist and entrepreneurship. So I was really honored. So I got knighted with Roland Blackman. I got knighted with Ray Parker Jr. I got knighted with Bill Walsh, the main speaker. I got knighted with Alex Stern for Constant Contact. Bill Blades for $2 billion raising funds. The most amazing people of faith, charity, and hope is what we do. So. And this book, 3 manifestations. The first one was my nonprofit. I became a full nonprofit, an accountability nonprofit. Well, they can build and trust to be their voice. And that happens and exists. I said, but we do it today. I don't want you to come if you do not do this, because if not, continue to do what everybody else does. I don't want you to waste your time, nor my time. I'm here to change your life today. And I have those testimonials. I got one lady, her name is Cece DeMochi, the one that I went to sponsor in Palm there before. I got her house. She didn't think she could afford a house. We got a great video with her with the ranch and saying, oh my God, and that's negativity. And Peter said this, and I did it. I got the house. I'm happy. And look, you can see her face like a dream. But 2 days before here, she died. So she left a legacy, and she lived her dream. So I asked the parents, can I use that video for her testimony? I said, Peter, it would be an honor to use her testimony. People, you don't know your time's up. You have no idea. I don't know when my time's up. I had liberty ounce. I'm doing great for the last going on 9 years now. I've been blessed. And we're not going to waste it. But also when I went to get my surgery done, I made a promise to God. I'm like, okay, this is it. Man. I'm going to go down. And I'm like, man, it's sort of scary. You know you're going to get this major surgery. Your daughter's there. I'm worried for my daughter. And I told my daughter, you better think about it. You know what my daughter said? She said, Dad, no, this is a win-win situation. If I give you peace of mind with her, I get to have the rest of my life. And I told her I will do good with your daughter, but I did promise God I will share. If you let me live, I will serve you. If you take me, I'll serve you. So when I went there, one night I woke up, oh shit, I'm alive. And then, so I've been serving. All this, what I became, author, ambassador to One Legacy, is because I gave. I did nothing different. I'm only being blessed for the things that I believe in. I believe in myself, I believe in people. People are just different, we just don't have to be taught a different way. We're all intelligent. But I'm a now man. Today is the day that you change your life, because that's where you take the energy from tomorrow to what you're looking for. Like right now, I came through a lot of stress because she made me come and speak. So I'm taking my nerves and putting it here, and I go, oh shit, this guy's like really going on.
He called me yesterday. He's like, so what exactly do you want me to say? I was like, don't worry about it. And he's like, so what I prepared with? I was like, I don't know, just bring your sword. No, I see you guys know I'm doing it just in a different way. Like I said, you have such a wonderful story. I was like, I'm just gonna navigate you through life, and I told him I was like, it's gonna come to you.
Yeah.
And like you guys understand, I was having myself when I met. I don't think there's accidents because we had such deep conversation. We instantly connected. Like this guy's my friend for life now right here. Like he walked in my office and I was having a difficult conversation with another agent. It was like a weird conversation about like, I was like, man, I feel lost, I can't make stuff happen. It was like a perfect thing, and then this guy walks in, he's like, I'm Peter. I was like, wait, Peter. I was like, are you licensed? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, but then it's just like an instant connection. I was like, what's your story? I immediately knew he had a story. I don't know what compelled me to ask him these deep questions. He was caught off guard. And the power of being pulled to stuff, because something just told me to ask this man to share, like something just told me to ask him a question and ask him something personal, and it just all came out from there. So it's just crazy how, I think God, like it's crazy how God and the universe puts things in place at the right moment, because I knew that the question just came to my head and I just asked him. And it was like very personal, but then but this story I hope is touching you guys because you're motivating me. Yeah. Tomorrow is not promised. I cannot imagine what you feel like. Yeah. And the fact that you just said like, oh my God, you woke up and you're actually alive, it's intense. If you guys don't know, this is his book. It's called The Expert's Cure.
Just look at the 3 because you're looking for free on the thing, and you'll see the little story.
Yeah, it's called The Expert's Cure.
Everything manifested, man. To me, that's like power. And you know, so I'm just teaching people, just do what you want to do. Don't ask for permission. I'm seriously. What do you think? I don't think it's great. Okay, I'm not going to do it. That's the worst thing you can do. If you believe in it, do it. And don't quit, and you'll succeed. That's fact. And the last thing I did in this builder, because everything takes money. Everything. But I'm a numbers man. Power and numbers. So I created a membership, a $1,000 membership that pays it forward as like a blessing. But with that money, if you believe what I'm telling you, 1 million is $1 billion. I from that money, I'm taking and giving you over 3,000 courses, the new generation to educate you, bringing the best speakers in the world for this money. I'm also part of a coffee token to help the farmers socially for $50 to finance them, to give back to the farmers.
Tell them where you're from. You're also ordering, correct?
Oh, no, I'm OC, man. I'm like 3rd generation here.
OC, but like your family.
Oh, yeah, that's from Guanajuato, Mexico, my mom's side.
Yeah.
And my father's Spanish, and my grandmother's from Arizona, Indian. So I got Indian in my Indian. You know, and but raised from a large family, had 11 of us. And you know, so we learned how to sort of work it. But I had a strict dad, but a very positive mother. So,
strict dad, positive mother. Who relates to that?
Yeah, like you're stubborn.
I got both of them.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So, but you know, but everybody has their story. Everybody, what I tell them, you find your purpose, your why, your dream. You have to have that. But to make it work, you have to have faith. Without faith, I wouldn't even be here. I would have given up a long time ago. Literally would have gave up. I believe I'm here for the right reasons, to share that message, because I didn't want to say anything. People say, you do all this stuff and you don't tell anything. You don't tell nobody, because I don't want to be like, I'm a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy. And, but everybody is very talented in their own unique ways. The only thing is you just got to act on what you believe in. Really. But without God or without faith, man, it ain't nothing.
You know, so people are going through a transitional phase in the industry. You talked about it, where people are kind of giving up hope. The business is slowed down. So this is the perfect time. What advice would you give?
Well, for me, when everybody made all this money, I'm still the same guy. I made a little bit here, made some people happy. Now that it changed, I'm like the king because I've never changed. It never affected me at all. I didn't go for the money. I just helped a lot of people, and I get rewarded. I got a nice home. I got a great life. I want to make it better now. So I'm trying to build something that I've never done before in my life. I never built a team. I never knocked on the door. I never phone call. I just attracted, hey, what's up? You know, make a deal and make one here and make one there and whatever. And then I'm going like, man. And then we have a dance studio for over 30 years. My wife to teach these children. They start from 3 to almost 18 with us that many years. Wow. And 95% go straight to college and graduate. We teach them how to balance. You know, boys, very well put together. Nobody's favorite. My daughter, when I met my wife, and my daughter went from a homegirl to a beautiful woman today. But that gift connected to everybody. So we just had a recital last Saturday, and we had over 600 people show up. That's average of the people that stay there for the performance for the children.
So it's a lot about you and your wife.
Yeah, we're giving, we're servants. You know, it's not about the money, it's about what we do for people to change their lives. That's really what it is. So my life is being enriched from giving. I want to free myself so I can live a life. So I'm building the team. Let me give you all that I know, because I'm not taking it to the grave. That's why I love talking to the people or respect those above me or the most successful. And I've met the most successful people now. I'm learning from them. So, and I'm just teaching you what I learned from them. And it's about, giving. And the knighthood that I am, that's all they do. It's about giving, charity, hope, faith. And I'm aligning myself with the right thing. So, the end of my life now, this is leaving a legacy to make history, to show people one will can do this thing without a doubt, not only your life, but to the future generation. It's a whole different generation. You cannot give them, you gotta make them work for it. They're gonna have to go through whatever they're gonna go through their journey, like my children. Look, my son's now a preacher. I'm going to his church.
Oh, you guys know his son's a preacher. So many kids do you have, share that?
I have 5 children. They're all successful. They're all business owners, and they all give. All they did is give. So how do these kids know? They talk a lot like me. And they're going, but they give. They're giving. My son preaches the way that, man, I said, you got me all fired up, son. Because he's got conviction. He knows that Bible. And he makes you exchange. From apostolic, he changed to a different person. I said, son, you have really, he's giving people that don't out of nowhere. He just started, but he's gift of talent. Knowing that Bible, and he shares an analogy with them and makes you converse. Just absolutely beautiful. So I get to see my grandchildren, family members, new people just show up, and it's just amazing. With God, I mean, I think that's where I'm leading the rest of my life. I'm saying, look, I'm a servant. So nobody can ever go wrong. Everybody can be right. But without God, you cannot do it. But then I always tell people, there's no failure because you lack faith. You have to understand what you go through. God builds you. What I went through or what I go through, I look at it this way. I say, well, God, I know you're showing me something because I don't know what it is. Like when I had my transfer, right? I said, God, I want to be somebody at 55. Well, he put me through hell. I didn't expect that. He put me through hell, and I survived it. So I'm teaching people, look at even through death of your faith, you let you live. But I prayed for God. I want to be somebody at 55. Boy, did he give it to me. In a way that I would never even see it. Look, I'm in El Salvador right now, helping the country. Leave the country, you're going to find out how blessed we are here. People, you complain for everything. Leave the country and you'll find out, damn, these people you give them a little, they're the happiest people. Here, it's never enough. And today, this is what I hate. Everybody wants to make you rich. Not me, I want to make you happy. And that's rich too. Balanced life. And this is the corruption of society today, greed. I've taken the greed, I'm making it happy. I want to be happy. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm helping people help me to be happy and make you a lot of money. So that's what I'm saying.
When he came here, he noticed that we're God family done business and like everything just started clicking. So we're obviously in conversations now to help him build that leverage.
But that's it. I mean, it's just gratitude. Thank you for even having this. The first time I ever did this. It's hard to not get emotional because I feel it.
No, you're a real person, and that's why I wanted to speak to you because I want anyone could talk about glitz and glamour. This is a story that inspires. Like you are a person that has greatly touched me more than you know.
Well,
I needed that conversation that day.
Right, yeah.
So you never know. And I know there's people out here that can use this conversation. It's a good reminder. Tomorrow is not promised.
No, it's not.
But but you said you always have a choice. You have a choice to wake up tomorrow and still choose that tomorrow's a day and today's a day.
You know what I do share with the people when they're not all there?
Yeah.
I can only send a strong message that they'll remember. I said, look, I'm going to plant the seed in you. And the time when you're going to continue doing what you're doing, remember what I told you. When that time comes, look in the mirror. Remember this message. That's why I have to drill in hearts that remember, God, this guy just came out of this, so they remember me. People remember me because I dance, and people remember I had a second chance of life. I have gratitude. So that's all they know me. But this guy, like, wow, he's like, he loves life. He said, yeah, I suffered a lot. You better believe I'm happy, man. And, so I'm asking people to be happy, but the people, honest to God's truth, 100% of the people that I speak to the first time, and this is honest to God's truth, they said, Peter, I was supposed to meet you today. I wasn't feeling good, but I feel good now. I feel a lot better. So God gave me this story, like Les Brown, like Tony Robbins. I just came from hell. That's it. I came from a different planet. I came from hell, so I'm the happiest guy in this world. I'm not suffering anymore. So let me teach you how to live my death. And let me just help you that way. But do it. Do what you want to do. Don't ask for permission. If you believe in it and it's the right reason, you'll never go wrong. You'll never lose.
For the right reason.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Renovation, listen, I'm fixing your damn home. I don't want to flip your home. I want you to make the money. and paving when we sell. So I lined myself a curvy with it, just came out of the blue. 27 states now. I'm able to preach it, but the message is already there. So they go, hey, we're all renovate, pay now, later. Yeah, that's it. It started a conversation. So I'm a community leader. So that means, okay, I don't want to send this AI on this. I want to be in the community, say, here I am. They don't know you if they don't know who you are, but I got a nonprofit that's giving people. I got a new way to get you to make you more money. I want you guys to make money, so the roofers. Make the money. I want to give you my knowledge. Let me teach you these talents of this, of how to seize the moment, to get these costs and all this stuff. And believe in yourself. Build a relationship with the agents. And they'll help. Like I would here with this agent, I forget his name, but we worked it out. I was able to get the closing costs.
Yeah.
I offered more for $410 to get the closing costs because I needed the closing costs. But I knew, I don't know if he was going to praise it, but I knew the seller wanted to sell. So I asked for the closing costs. We made a deal at $410. Dang, the appraisal came in at $400,000. So they already took that, but I still need the closing costs. And I got it. So we made the deals. So, and I do this all the time. You seize that moment. You know your opponent. So we played chess. I'm already doing how much they own the property. I'm already doing my due diligence before I make an offer. And then I talk to the agent, then I build a relationship with him, see what's going down.
Building relationships with the agents.
Yeah.
That's
We're all
key.
together. You make money. I split money for referrals from out of the state and stuff. I'll give you a referral fee on business. But the people that I do, they don't want me leaving. Or you just leave me? No, I'll work out the deal with you out of state, and I do it for them. So I teach the agents how to make an offer in the other side of the state. So it really works. Yeah, it's really cool. And then you get your referral fee. So yeah, but yeah, so that sums it up.
No, you guys, we're gonna open it up for questions. Do you have any questions about his story, Sophia?
Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's extremely inspirational. It is extremely inspirational. I really can relate to you with a second chance. I'm on my second chance too. And people don't understand, like, happiness, like you wake up, that's just, or you're already happy.
Right.
Like, they're like, your life is so perfect. I go, no, bombs are going off all around me, but I'm still happy, right? So you want a second chance. You're speaking to a lot of entrepreneurs in here, right? Entrepreneurs, and Jay is my daughter, and this is my son, Steven. Okay? These are my two blessings from God, right? So, and Steven recently, he started a media, like, picture video business, and I asked him, son, you've been an entrepreneur for 1 month. What do you like about it? He goes, I love being an entrepreneur. He goes, but the only thing is that I just need to find clients. That's the hard part, is finding the clients. That's the part that he goes, I love what I do. And he goes, but like the find the clients part, how do you do that part, right? So I'm teaching him, because I love the part. And I was like, yeah, son, everybody in this office can relate to you, because they're all looking for the client. Without a client, we're all out of business, right? So what advice do you have for the young entrepreneurs in here that are like, he's like, I love what I do, but where do I get clients? I'm like, yeah, well, you have to go hustle, and now you know what your mama does. Now you have to go find the business, right?
Right.
So what advice do you have for the people in here that are like experiencing their businesses down 30 to 38% year over year, industry-wide? So, you know, they may be feeling really stressed, and, you know, and all that. So where, with your experience and your background, like what would be the advice for them to thrive during the shifting markets that inevitably will always happen?
Right. Yeah, no, social media has really made a huge impact now these days. You know, visual videos and stuff like that. I'm just ready to get into that myself.
Yeah.
You know, because I know it makes a difference.
Yes.
That is what it is. I mean, I'm trying to stay silent, but I can't stay silent if I gotta be out there. So I sort of shifted. So I always say we have a lot of people, entrepreneurs, who want this. The problem is we can't afford it. I can't afford media people, I can't afford this, and I can't afford that. So what I'm telling people, look, why don't you join me, and for each deal I make, I will pay you. You do your job, I will pay you per each one. So I'm not making you a paycheck, I'm making you part of the business.
So you're getting media people on you, or you're getting connections with people to support your business.
Yeah.
You're promising them when you close a transaction,
Yeah, I'll pay
split.
money.
Something
Pay them
later.
later.
Yeah, but you
Later to
pay
your
more money
vendors,
that
to
way.
your partners.
I'm gonna get $500
Smart.
for each one, 5, 10, 15, 20. You do a business for what? For $1,000. I'm making you $50,000 or more. You're my man. That's it. Because
Smart.
to be a successful business, there's a lot of the problems. We have no money. We have no money. It takes money to do this. So I'm saying, why don't we partnership like I'm doing in South Florida? I'm partnership with everybody. A piece of everything, but I'm part of everything. I don't have the money, but I have the talent. Let my talents get you to that door. And that's what works. Influence person, I'm an influencer. I'm able to speak a straight question. They go, wow, that's pretty cool. It's a really unique thing what I bring to the table. They're the smart ones. Use the smart ones and then influence the smart ones. And they're awesome, they're bad, they're cool. This is what happens.
Influence the smart ones, y'all.
Yeah.
Pay them to close the transaction.
Yeah, that reminds me of when they asked Elon Musk recently, like, oh, did you go to Harvard? He goes, I did not, but my employees did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's true. Like, he influenced the right people. You know what I mean?
See, everybody's doing the same thing, but you got to be different.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of companies out there. I am different. I am renovation, this and renovation. I'll pay later. That's it. Well, that's different. You know, brands are good.
What is your brand going to be for you? Like everyone in the room has the power to build a brand.
Yeah, and then, you know, it's got to be hard. You know, I'm just helping them make more money. I've been flipping for 30 years, and I can tell you, don't do that and don't do that. Just paint the damn can, put a little hardware, and you make more money. I mean, think about it. I've been flipping on. You don't need that. Now, if you get a contract, you're going to see you need everything. No, we're aligned. The company's aligned with this, and they even got an app and get it done 30% faster than anybody. 30%. They can give you an assessment. I can walk into an investment property, less than 5 minutes, I already have a number in my brain.
A lot of people aren't used to utilizing Kirby. They didn't even know about it.
Oh my God, they're
That's
amazing.
Kirby,
So
yeah,
Keller
yeah.
Williams uses it,
Yeah.
EXP uses it, but again, how do you get the message? You got to invite them.
We have
I
it.
said up front, renovation, listen, I took the name, I put a trademark, I did all kinds of stuff. Just like, this is it, and it starts a conversation. But I'm with the community. If you're not known or seen, AI is okay, but people will never get rid of realtors.
Yeah, you're not a secret agent. You're out there.
Just like Magana says, you're not a secret agent. They don't even know you. They pass a card. You're waiting for it to come to you. It doesn't happen that way. The universe comes, you go out there, and it'll come to you. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to the universe now because I need what I don't have. I'm not an expert in bringing people or teaching people. I'm not, but I know what to do. I'm a doer. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to find that happy home and just make people a lot of money. I have a nonprofit, accountability, bringing people to build the trust. But they said, flip your own damn home. I don't need to flip it. You make your money. I just want to make a little bit. I'm okay.
How many of you are going to go against him at listing confidently? With all he just said.
I don't even make a good piece of, hey, this won't work. This won't.
It's crazy. Like, think about it. It's like it's an influence. It's like influence and everything that you stand for. Not just that. You can just tell you're passionate. Like I could tell you're just passionate about it.
Well, I
always
tell people, look, I don't change anybody, but I change me to understand them. That's how it works. I change me to understand them, and I can feel them. And they know I feel them, because at the end of the day, they feel good. That's what I'm saying. You know what I was doing? I was recording. I said, damn, everybody's always telling me the whole whatever amazing was shit. What did I tell you? Because so I started to record. I started to record and said, what am I saying? You know, but so people say this, look, it's God putting the right words in your mind. When COVID came, I started listening to audiobooks. NLP, procrastination, the most successful. I started to download in my brain. So it stays in your subconscious mind.
Yes.
And if you've got a lot of faith, it's there. And it only comes out when you need it. So it blows my mind. It's like, damn, where did that come from? And even then, I can't repeat it. It's only a one-timer. That's it. Don't ask me what I said. But whatever it is, keep it.
But that's true. It's years of books and audios and information that you're
But it's true. You feed from the most successful people. And look, just because this is a book, I'm with 20 people. It's not me. It's all of us. I've created a unity of one of a billion that's creating success for all of us. I paid $40,000 in advance to put $1 million out there. And the day that we're gone, we made history to show the world. We got together, 1 million of us. So I'm looking for the Latino market, Hispanic market, doesn't matter. The millennial, especially them. I'm in a billionaire club for $1,000. Think about what we're giving in return. More than what you put in. And don't ask me if you're going to be rich. Definitely going to make you happy. And give you the right tools, what you need. It's a dream that came out. I never lost anything that I believed in. And this shows me everything that I've done. And now he's done. So
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, so tell you what you want and do it. And don't ask somebody, because they'll blow it for me.
I like that, man.
Yeah, and they'll mess it up for you. Then you start doubting yourself. The worst thing is when you doubt. Today I had to really, when I tried to call her, what am I going to do today? I don't know. I'm asking her, what am I going to say?
I said you got it, though.
Yeah, that's what she said. You will just share your story. So
I said, you got this. Your story is inspirational enough.
So
I don't want to, if I coach him what to say, he's going to practice what to say.
Yeah.
And that creates doubt. So I coach differently.
Yeah.
I was gonna very short. I was
She's
just-
a powerhouse. But yeah, I believe every single one.
Thank you.
Every single one of you, whatever you want out of life, get it. But you have to have a purpose, a reason, or a why.
Yeah.
And
Talk
without-
about a why a lot here today.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, because if the main thing with faith is you have to believe in yourself. You know, when I'm going through my crisis, I look in the mirror. Okay, I need to fix me. I gotta fix something here. I never push it to nobody else. I look upon me and change me. As I change myself all the time. Say, man, you were here today, but you're here tomorrow. That was yesterday. Today's different. What about as fast as the doggone phones? You know, the 2021, you got the next one. And we're so yuppies, we want to get the new one. But that's life. It's changed. The millennials are different. I want to interview you, see if I want to work for you. It's the opposite.
Me asking 1,000 questions, sorry.
Well, you think
I
about
should have
it.
started me first, Kyle. I've seen how you work. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and they want to be rich. Everyone wants to be rich. You know, you fight for the things and you get disappointed because you weren't rich in 2 weeks. I didn't make it and you quit. All I know is it takes time. Good things take time. So almost 9 years.
Preach. Good thing takes time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be rich overnight. Or
Yeah, almost 9 years of what I was given the second chance. And today, at least I can say, look, I'm a knight.
Oh, yeah. All right, y'all. Come on, I'm gonna bring it.
I mean, with the best people, I'm all over Beverly Hills.
Am I allowed to touch it? Or?
Yeah, of course.
I'm so excited. You guys, check it out. It's really happy to have a little bit of. Check this out. So it's personally engraved. It has a stamp here, a seal. So the seal, this one, where'd you get knighted from? From what country?
From Canadoche. That sounds just
Right.
fine, yes.
So check it out. So it says like who provided it with the date, and it says your name. They're all personally engraved with the names. I looked into this. I'm a nerd. So I looked into this, and it says his name right here, Sir Peter Magana, and then you get knighted officially. Look how cool this looks. Isn't it official?
Isn't it super cool?
Yeah,
It's like so legit.
Yeah.
it was
So
amazing.
anyways, if you guys want to take a peek at it, it's going to be right here. He was so grateful. Can we give him a round of applause, guys? Because, of course, he brought it to me. But isn't it cool? I wanted to see the sword. Did anyone want to see the sword? It's pretty neat. I mean, it's pretty legit.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Peter,
Yes.
how do you feel, what you said right now about the younger generations? It's very, very, for me, I get really like concerned about the future, right? I'm like, wow, because these younger generations, they are so accustomed to instant gratification that they are so impatient. They want results yesterday. They quit very easily.
Yes.
If they're doing something and they're like, I've been doing this for 3 months, a year, haven't seen the results I want. I'm like, great, you just have 30 more years to go. Like you're like, I'm in overnight 30-year success. I've been working this hard for 30 years just to get where I'm at. So the expectation is like, so what they do, they quit. So they're looking for something fast and easy, and they're just not going to find it. It doesn't exist.
It's not even just young generations, Sophia. I'm not disagree. Guess what? I think it's older generations too. I think it's a lot of people in this environment, because what I've seen here even is people way older than me that give up easily.
Well,
That want that get rich quick.
Yeah, think about it right now. Every time the market is taking a dive, everybody wants to make you rich. Every single time, adversity, they want to make you rich. That is wrong.
That's true. 30% of people already dropped off, you guys. That's over what? How many people? 60,000 realtors have gone out of business so far. That's a
That's a good thing,
One realtor every 4 minutes.
Yeah.
One realtor every 4 minutes is doing the business right now.
That's true.
But imagine,
realtor every 4 minutes.
I go on offer up because we do open houses almost every weekend, and I use signs or A-frames. So I'm going to offer up all the time, and my husband will go pick up because they're selling them. People are selling their A-frames.
Y'all heard it here first. Going out for
Go look for super,
thank you.
black boxes, they're
No,
like,
seriously.
I go to
Because those are expensive.
There's opportunity.
You guys go every month.
Opportunity chaos.
And you guys go to the board that they have more. They have a
They're
drop-off center now.
expensive.
People dropping off to not renew their leases. You guys know you can rent them.
Yeah.
So now they're turning them at a high level.
Well, let
So
me
now
ask-
these Supras go.
Yeah, let me ask you all this that are still in the business. What makes you still tick and what makes you still
Because it's cyclical, come back.
Right.
Yes.
So believe that.
Faith that we're gonna make it through.
That and the ability to get help, because there's still people that have no clue how to buy a house. They have no
That's
idea
right.
what they're doing.
That's right.
I'm just focusing on finding the motivated. There is opportunity in every market. You just have to change your strategy.
Well, you know, I'm not sure you know this, everybody from escrow companies, title companies, everybody realizes we need each other.
Yeah.
Really, the power of us, we all win. For me, I donate money to somebody that needs it to pay the cost for them. I didn't give a whole commission because that one agent screwed up, I just gave my commission, it didn't matter to me. I made that person happy at the end of the day.
You do things for the right
It
reasons.
comes back to you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's the reason what I do is like I just do things because I do care. I'm not looking at a dollar number. I'm just saying, how can I change it? I just saved a lady $45,000. I've written a thing for FTC report that somebody did her wrong. I got her removed and away from her credit report in 45 days. I didn't get paid, but because I know how to do it. I think it's pretty cool stuff. I mean, so, but it's when you give, you receive a lot, but we need each other. I need you as well as you need me. But it's an influence. I found out I'm an influencer, meaning I never give up. I never see wrong. I only see solutions. But I've been there all my life. I just have become this like yesterday.
Does he sound super Keller Williams? He said 5 cold balls? He said 5 cold balls without realizing it. I'm just saying, He's a really good kid, right, guys? He's super kid up. He's so kid up. Super. I'm not understanding you guys. You have like everything you said. Even when I first met him, I was like everything. I was like, are you with the different PW? Because everything he said was about God and family, and I was like,
Yes.
oh, so wait a minute, this is God, family, and business. So he was like, check. But you said something that just really quick. You guys, thank you so much for being here. But you said something that our late broker passed away. And you remember I told you my broker passed away, Phil. This place you're sitting is named after him. But he used to always tell me, like, whenever I walked by his office, I was like, oh, you kept so much. I was like, how many more deals do you have, Phil? And he would talk about that he's closing this new project. He says, I don't know. He would always tell me, I don't know, I don't look at the money. He's like, I couldn't even tell you how much money I made last month. But Phil would always tell me, he's like, I don't know, I'm not looking at the money. He's like, I'm just trying to get this deal done for my money. And that's just one thing that he told me. He's like, you don't even think about the money. And like leaving a legacy and something like that, I already know, but you already left an imprint on me. And I know you already are super going to leave one already. So
Oh, thank you.
so I'm letting you know that. So.
But like this helps me because I didn't know where I'm going. I just thought I have to get out.
And you have a lot of, this is step 1. I told you, you have a story. Does he not have a story worth telling?
Yeah.
This is his first time ever, guys. He's so happy with it. This is his first time ever being interviewed and speaking this
Never
way.
in my life.
Wow.
And
You look like a pro.
No, I don't know, man.
but then you have a story worth sharing.
Yeah.
So I'm step 1, and then
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna put you in a few other offices.
this is phase 1, and it's just like so you have such a beautiful story, and you went through what you went through to inspire others. Exactly what you're doing at the hospitals.
Right.
It's also not realistic because you're not allowing your personal circumstances to ruin your career.
Right.
Well, a lot of people when they look at personal things, their careers tank. You're staying positive in both ways. So I am so grateful that you came here. I have a thank you card before you go. I have a thank you card back there. Go grab it. Or I think it's right there. Can you give me? I'm so sorry. Thank you.
And keep on reading. Reading, you're gonna find out things.
I know you love Starbucks, so there's Starbucks in there.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Read, and you'll find out. It makes a connection to what you're doing. You know how I was able to attract people when I didn't know? I didn't know what mirroring was. I married people all my life. And the crazy part, you're on this one. I played tennis, right? I'm a tennis player. So there was one lady, she said she was doing this right. So I was playing tennis and I started limping. And she goes, are you all right? Oh yeah, I just hurt my leg right now. I mean, so I realized I married people all my life.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Sometimes by accident, you ever come to
Just
this accident on
because I'm
accident?
reading.
Accident? I mean, accident.
And it's like, wow, so that's what it means. Because look, I'm like ADHD, man, I'm telling you. So I get excited. So, oh wow, that's why it works. I didn't even think about it.
You read a lot of books now, right? You see, listen.
Oh yeah, just download because it's information. But your subconscious mind is what sticks. You don't even think so. But when you're speaking, it comes out. And then sometimes I get impressed with the things that but it goes that fast. It's in there and it's sounding like, what did I just say? It's really that fast. I don't need to second think what I'm thinking. It just sort of comes out when it's supposed to come out. That's what I'm thinking.
Thank you so much. So you give him a round of applause. Thank you guys so much. Once again, Vince, thanks for sticking around and man, thank you so much.
We got a picture of like everybody.
Oh, actually, can I get a group photo, please, with him? So this, I'm going to use this as his future marketing for him. Let's do him a favor.